Good evening, guys and girls. We are bringing you a special Sunday late night edition of BWO Storm. I am your voice of choice, DrMarxout, bringing you night 2 of our World Cup. On St. Patrick's Day weekend, we are having all of Team Ireland in action tonight as we have the Blitz Division representative, Celtic Dragon, who made a hell of a showing in his debut last week against Space Homie, even though he fell short in our opening contest. For those who missed last week, this is a round-robin format. Matches will be fought with a 15-minute time limit, 15 count on the outside. You only get points for a win. 2 points for a win, 1 for a draw. None for a loss because we don't celebrate losers. We have 7 matches on the card for tonight. Big night. We get ready for Celtic Dragon's opponent making his tournament debut. Representing Team Mexico. We have Naga repping the Spice Rack, as all of Team Mexico does. Most of Mexico will also be in action this evening. We won't pop at the patio. If my math is right, I believe all of Team Canada will also be in action. Pay-per-view just 3 weeks away. We are keeping tally of the points. As of right now, Team Ireland and Team Canada are in the lead at 4 points each. Ireland did have one extra match where they did come up with a loss though, so we'll see how they balance out after tonight. At the start of each week's show, we will give you that tally. Big week for the Triad. If you missed it, Supernova Pro just had their extra. HCW has their next pay-per-view this weekend. More about the future, though, after the matches. Celtic Dragon with the standing switch on Naga. Has him hooking that hammerlock. Naga reverses with the go-behind into the side headlock. The guys finally have the timer working. Naga with the headlock takedown. We're wrestling right out of the gate here, folks. Naga with the European uppercut. Follows it up with another. Making it look like Logan Neal's under that mask. Dragging off the ropes, runs into that standing dropkick from Naga. Elbow drop to the inside of that knee. Naga's going to the top rope early. Measures Dragon, waits for him to get up. Jumps off, looked like he was thinking Rana. Maybe caught him with that elbow on the way down. Didn't get all of it though. Spin wheel kick from Naga. Basement drop kick to the knee. Working on the legs early. Follows up with a standing to the chest. Trying to take some of the spring out of the Dragon. You know, Dragon has that 630 in his arsenal. It's kind of hard to do that though when you take a vertical suplex like that. First cover of the match. Dragon out at 1. Chinlock applied by Naga. Dragon fights out with a shot to the guts. Big overhand strike, loops him around. Thinking Dragon though took a stun gun almost. Naga floats around with that DDT. Pulls Dragon away from the ropes. Measures him up. Running knee. Goes back to work with that elbow to the knees. Does not want to give Dragon a chance to fly here. Another big vertical suplex that Naga, and the Triad is in the building with Supernova. Naga off the ropes with the double axe handle. Dragon out of the way though. Right back on those shoulders. Runs him head first into that turnbuckle. It's been almost all Naga here. It just takes that jawbreaker counter. Dragon thinking powerbomb. As I'm hooked out of it, bridges backwards, holds on. Let's go there, decides just a little too early. Snap there. Applies that rear chin lock. We're 3 minutes into this match out of 15. Naga starts to fight out of it from the ground. Series of elbows. Sends Dragon into that corner. Dragon stuffs the takedown though. Gut wrench. Spikes that arm on the mat. Dragon's posing he needs to take advantage of the fact he has a minute to get some momentum going. You get a pair of forearms. Ducks a clothesline, flip over Pele kick. Sneaking takedown. Naga stuffs it with the DDT. Naga standing Spanish fly. And we get another cover attempt. Dragon out at 2.5. Naga's a kick to the arm. Dragon fights over with that hip toss. Thinking powerbomb again. Naga though, seen it coming, went over with the sunset flip. Ref out of position. Dragon rolls over. 1 count. Big back elbow. Kicks down low. Tijuana Reaper out of Naga. There's been a lot of Spanish fly tonight. So we get a pin attempt after that. Tijuana Reaper. And Naga claims a win for Team Mexico. We see one of the multiples of suplexes Naga hit on Celtic Dragon. Dragon was thinking something of a takedown there, but got stuffed with that DDT. As Supernova mentioned, there's been a lot of Spanish fly. Naga threw his out right there. Dragon would try to fight back. Thinking powerbomb, ended up getting flipped over into that sunset flip. The agility of Naga on display right there. Team Mexico now moves into that tie. Their second win of the tournament. Right here, that Tijuana Reaper, and that was all she needed to write. Ireland is now 2-2 in this tournament. Mexico is 2-1. Naga takes some momentum back to the backstage for his countrymen. We move on to the heavyweight division as Evan Myers takes on Canada's Steve the Samurai. Both these men picked up wins last week. Team Canada's right here, as we have Ireland versus Canada. Supernova trying to get ahead of the game here. We have 7 matches on the card. Canada will be well represented tonight. Grimm and Tapati are the only men in the tournament with the night off. Both those men did fall victim to the 2 men in this match. Evan Myers took that win over Grimm. Steve beat Tapatio. Winner of this match will move into the sole holder of the lead in the record books for this, for the time being at least. For those that missed last week, the winners of the tournament will be #1 contenders in their respective divisions. So whoever has the most points at the end of the pay-per-view are guaranteed shots at their respective titles. No champions in the tournament in their own division. The only champion represented is Mighty, and he is representing the tag team division for Team America. With his mentor Bake, they will be in action later on tonight. So we get ready for the other big bearded man in the tournament. One of the other big bearded men. Representing Irish strong style. That's not just how he drinks. Team Costa Rica is on standby in case the winning team is not able to carry out their winning duties. Team Guam is next in line behind Team Costa Rica. High Class Wrestling will be bringing us Uprising Revenge this weekend, where we will see some of the people you've seen on our show. Project Mayhem's Cade will be fighting Team Guam, bust all the brackets. Cade will be fighting for the HCW Cruiserweight Championship against Alex Davis. Exactly sure where Bake is on the card yet, but I'm sure he will show up. Steve the Samurai showing up here, though. Maple Leaf Musashi. Tim Horton Top Knot. I can keep him coming all night, but I probably won't, because I probably can't. It's funnier to come up with no gimmicks for the man who calls himself Mr. No Gimmicks. The crowd was super behind him in his opening match. He's kind of been falling by the wayside since he entered into that rivalry with Grimm. Hasn't really been showing too much interest. It's just out there to try to win matches. Respect that. Hasn't been letting the crowd get too far into his head. Night 2's first heavyweight division match, Ireland versus Canada, and we are a go. Okay, guys in the truck still keep their jobs for another match. The timer is in effect. Steve opens up with that standing side headlock, wrencher on that neck early. Myers pushes him into the ropes. Ducks that clothesline. Myers with the float over, pushes Steve away. Pulls him back in with that belly to max backbreaker. Yeah, Skeevy and Steve have had words in the back. Evan looking for a vertical suplex, then reverses it into one of his own and hangs up the legs on that top rope. Sends Myers off the ropes. Standing shoulder block. Myers trying to go off the other ropes. Catches him on the run back to the clothesline. It's like a belly to belly bell clap out of Steve. Standing Insaguri from Steve the Samurai. Back in the ring after he took a quick breather. Introduces Steve in that top turnbuckle. Throws down about another 10 set. Myers will have the brawling advantage here. Steve is a little more technical, likes those backbreakers. Fights back from the ground, that shot to the guts though. I was thinking roaring elbow or haymaker. Myers got him though. Steve with the go behind. Our first backbreaker out of Steve. Start his counter at 1 now. Myers catches that kick to the sternum. Snaps it into the dragon screw. Running soccer style kick, follows it up with a stomp. Playing Steve for that standing fall away slam. Seen a lot of those tonight too. It's bouncing Steve's head off that center shield. Thinking for a big shot. Steve blocked it, catches him with one of his own. Steve thinking that power bomb. Myers slips out of it. There's that belly-to-belly suplex he was looking for earlier. Steve rolls out to the apron. Can we go all night without making the joke? Myers with a big forearm shot. Knocks Steve to the outside. Myers with a diving clothesline though. Steve backed out of it. Catches him with the back elbow. Second power slam. Evans fights back with a knee. Another big belly-to-belly suplex on the outside. Myers back in the ring to break the count. Steve back in. As Myers hooked. Drops him with that lung blower power backbreaker. Steve about to show that strength. Secretly strong. It's not that secret now though. That's deadlift gut wrench. Should say deceptively strong. As Myers hooked on that bizarre, I don't even know what you call that. Looked like it was a half crab, half STF. Goes back to work with another deadlift. Wrenches it over. Myers catches that kick, brings him in for that short leg clothesline. We get our first cover attempt. I will have to check the books, but I'm pretty sure AU may have went for Guam. I honestly thought they were thinking more Uruguay. Myers those sets of stomps. Steiner recliner in the middle of the ring. Steve has nowhere to go. Slips out the back there, picks the ankles. As Myers hooked, drops him with that backbreaker. Knee to the upper back. Follows it up with the knee to the middle of the back. Steve gets his first cover attempt of the match. Myers powers out at 1. On that shoulder claw. We've seen a lot of that last week against Tapatio, trying to take that power out. Steve slips out of the back with a reverse DDT counter of his own. Pendulum elbow. Stomp to the guts. Back to work on that shoulder claw, work on the other arm now. We are at about 9.5 minutes left in this match. Steve has Myers hooked. Drops him that power bomb lung blower. Myers powers out at 2. Steve measuring Evan. Kicks him downstairs. As him hooked, snaps him with that straight jacket cutthroat. I don't even know what you call it. Backstabber from hell, Canada. What we call it is a win for Team Canada, which moves them solely in the lead. Steve catches that lariat after he misses that kick on Myers. Back and forth action the entire time out of these two. after that first knee to the back, to the upper back. Right there, we've seen Steve deliver another one to the lower back. And that powerbomb lung blower right there usually signals the start of the end. Get another look at it, driving all of that force into the knees. Steve secretly managed by Usagi Yojimbo. Maybe that's what we'll call that backbreaker, the Usagi Yojimbo. Until someone else comes up with a better name, that's what I'm running with. So we move back to the Blitz division. Once again, Team Canada, Supernova Pro's favorite cruiserweight, and all of the triad, Space Homie Mike Smith, taking on who I think BIW's favorite cruiserweight is, representing Team America in his tournament debut, master of the small package, Paul Smackage. Space Homie taken to the limit last week in a win against Celtic Dragon in a duel of the 630s. Paul Smackage trying to get Team America their first win. Paul has been embroiled in a friendly rivalry with Power Cat. See if he can get his mind right for the tournament, focus on the task at hand. Space Homie's been on a roll since he fought Iceman. Took him to the limit. Most flamboyant man in the tournament. Representing Mars, Toronto, Canada. I think it's Toronto, where his spaceship landed. The battle of the nice guys of the cruiserweight division. Space Homie might secretly be a superhero in his free time. Even if he is, I don't know if we're at liberty to discuss that. Team America's first cruiserweight match of the tournament. Team America does technically hold the Cruiserweight Championship right now. Technically, they also hold the Heavyweight Championship with Ray Demonio. The tag team belts split up between Team Mexico and Team America. Blitz division action. We are a go. Space Homie opens up with that big forearm shot. Tiger suplex gutbuster real quick out of the gate. Space Homie will have the speed advantage we see with that hip toss. Paul Smackage though at the leg. Goes to work on that arm. Skeevy Ray is not a fan of Paul Smackage. Pop-up Rana though, that might make a fan out of him. This is that dropkick on Space Homie. Dives out of that corner with that clothesline. Heads up to the second rope. Second rope Phoenix Splash, no water in the pool. Paul with that kick down low. Hooks the hammerlock. Northern Light suplex, does not hold on to the bridge. Ace Man somewhere kicking rocks, we might own the snow cone. Another pop-up runner from Smackage, who has the okay from Chippy Stacks. Smackage with that neck breaker. Transitions into that overhead butterfly suplex. Has Space Homie up in the fireman's position. Drops him with the hot shot. We get our first cover of the match. Space Homie out at a quick one. Oh, misses another drop kick attempt to the back. Space Homie off the ropes. We apologize for the technical difficulties with our mics. We are back though, folks. Space Homie has Smackage. Hanging off that top rope, drops him with a flatliner. Space Homie heads up top. Could be looking for that 630. Gets every bit of it. Smackage kicks out at 2.5 though. Fights back from the ground, has him hooked up with that over-the-shoulder arm breaker. Backslide driver. Doctor needed to be operated upon, yes. We were having technical difficulties. We are back. Smackage looked like he was thinking springboard though, decides better of it. Space Homie fights from the ground. Runs through with the satellite. Finishes it off with a Rana. Smackage out just beyond the 2 count. Space Homie figure 4s that neck lock. Rains down the trio of elbows. Smackage hooked up. We've seen this before. Drops with that kneeling face buster. Snapmares him down. Stretches it back with that surfboard. Smackage though muscling out of it. Elbow to the guts. We saw this at a Dragon earlier. Bridging backwards with that fallaway powerbomb does not opt for the bridge. Pulls away from ropes, gets body on body contact for the cover. Space Homie out at 2. Big kick to the shoulder blades. Smackage with that springboard second rope moonsault, showing some agility. Snapmares Hubby down. Goes to work on that rear chin lock. Just trying to slow Space Homie down. I don't know if that can be done though. Space Homie has 2 speeds asleep and stupidly fast. You see him fight back with a set of elbows. Kicks down low. Steve Taylor makes 20 euros. Sorry, they're Canadians. Blitz coins. Smacked with a big overhead shot. Floats over with that sunset flip out of the corner. Always catches Space Homie sleeping. Smackage heads up to that second rope. Goes for the splash. No one in the pool. Space Homie. Low wizard kick. Catches him right on the side of that ear. Back elbow from the ground. Backslide driver out of Smackage one more time. Rolls through with the schoolboy. Picks him up and plants a powerbomb in the center of the ring. Space Homie fights back. That over the shoulder hip toss. Goes for the kick. Smackage catches it, drops the elbow with the knee. As I'm hooked up, could be thinking namesake, gets all of it in the center. Paul Smackage gets America's first points. Very hard fought win over very game Space Homie. We see that rope assisted flatliner from earlier, which was just gross. Corkscrew 630. Yeah, I was honestly expecting Space Homie to take this in about 3 minutes. Paul Smackage can pull a win out of anywhere, though. It's part of what he does. Has a hidden reserve of just resiliency as we see that fall-away powerbomb. Back and forth all match with these two. We see that go behind. Sunset flip. Almost cut Space Homie right there. But in the end, it would just take the namesake, that small package driver. Team America gets their first 2 points of this round-robin set tournament. We head into women's action. We once again have Team Mexico and Team Ireland. Valentina, who's coming off a big win against the debuting Kitty Barnes last week, takes on Shannon Higgins, who is embroiled in a hell of a rivalry with the HCW Women's Champion, Valerie Savage. Embroiled in a best-of-7 match, Higgins did pick up the first win, but Val did eliminate Higgins from the Ladies' Night Tournament in HCW, where she became the Women's Champion. While Valerie Savage will be appearing for us here in Blitz, We unfortunately negotiated contracts after the teams for this tournament were booked, so she will not be showing up until after the tournament, but I promise you they will have some matches. And Supernova Pro calling it right there. Match 2 ends of their best of 7 this Wednesday night. This is Egan's first match of the tournament. This is Valentina's second. Valentina looks to move into that second place tie. Egan looks to move Team Ireland back into the top. And the most expensive thing in Blitz, that coat of Valentina. Whole lot of hot sauce. Representing the #1 selling shirts of BWO, the Spice Rack. We will see her opponent from last week in the main event tonight, taking on the first match of CC Bones in this tournament. Whole lot of debuts going on. Debuts and re-debuts. We've only really seen CC Bones once in the televised era. As Valentina is taking on the first woman to have wins in all three companies of the Triad. Is that the official cost, Chippy? I figured you said it was somewhere around 7,500. 750,000 rather. Representing the Fomori. The scariest kicks in the women's division. Has taken her finisher from the greatest to ever do it in the E-Federation world. But more importantly, probably the craziest woman we have in the locker room. That's coming from the fact that we have Kay telling us that one of the representatives he has infected for Project Mayhem is a member of our women's division. We have no idea who, though. Those giant eyes of Shannon Higgins. She is not right. Team Mexico, Team Ireland, we get ready for our first women's match of the night. Here we go. Higgins opens up that drop toe hold face buster right out of the gate. Knocks her out with the slap early. Positions right into the bouncing her head off the mat. Corkscrew leg drop, brother, sister. Slaps her again. No respect out of Higgins tonight. Goes right back and just bouncing the back of her head off. Valentina walks into that forearm. Single leg facebuster out of Higgins. Newfound aggression out of Higgins since the Ladies' Night Tournament. Has her in that deathlock variation, working on the legs. Shades of her Femori teammate Dougal Devlin there. Valentina though fights back with that forearm shot, pops up with that Rana. Valentina will have the speed advantage, looking to stick and move as we see her connect with that drop kick. Bounces that arm off of the mat. Could be thinking springboard. Standing springboard 450 out of Valentina. Hardly the most aerially adept out of the women's division. Gets caught with that vertical release suplex though out of Higgins. Floats around, doubles it over with that Rana. Double tilt-a-whirl. Staple of Lucha Libre. We see her going back to work on those arms. Those are not what you need to work on with Higgins. It's those legs and those kicks. She sends Higgins over the top rope. Higgins catches her, runner in with the Gamagiri. Runs through with a pop-up Meteora. Plants her. Now just smearing the face, trying to get that paint off of Valentina. An elbow up to that upper back. Kick out at one after the elbow drop. Goes right back to bouncing the head. Just trying to give her a concussion before she even has to throw one of those nightmare kicks. Walks on the jawbreaker with Valentina. Kicks her down low. Code red. Sunset flip powerbomb. Shot to the back. Pulls her up, drops her with that neck breaker. Valentina heads up to that second rope. Goes for that somersault senton. Gets nothing but mat. Higgins now back to work on that leg, trying to take some of that spring out of the step of Valentina. Valentina looks like she got a roll for the schoolboy though. Too close to the ropes, has Higgins up. Swings her out with that layout reverse DDT. Corkscrew leg drop sister. Follows it up with another one. Ooh, yeah. Higgins heads up to that second rope. Gets every bit of that splash. One more corkscrew leg drop. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Valentina, though, starts finally working on that leg. And a backflip just because. Short forearm shot. Mexican whip to the corner. Valentina reverses, floats over with that backflip, ducks the clothesline, comes through with that diving lariat. Standing shooting star press. I've seen cruiserweights in the men's division that can't even do that. Higgins kicks out that knee. Valentina sits down with that jawbreaker. Trying to pop that arm out of the socket. Our first 5 minutes in this match are gone. Higgins showing some agility, rolls out of the way of that chop. Sends Valentina in the corner. That's not where you want to be. We get that super kick stampede out of Higgins. Bounced off the corner for one more shot. Could be thinking collateral kick here. Gets every bit of that 540 kick. Shades of the GOAT. Ref down for that count. Valentina could be knocked out after that 540 kick. Shannon Higgins takes that momentum she's been building since Ladies' Night. Puts Ireland back in the lead, well, tied for the lead. That standing shooting star press out of Valentina. Would fall victim to that trio of running super kicks, and in the end, That collateral kick's all it took. One more look at it, catches her right behind the ear. That's good night in any language. Team Ireland 1 and 2 on the night have one more match to go. And that will be coming up next as the Fomori takes on Team Canada's Wild Stallions. The big men Buck and Burke. Their first match in the tournament, the Fomori picked up that big win last week against Bacon Mighty. Devlin getting that measure of revenge on Mighty for taking that cruiserweight, for taking the Blitz Division title off of him at Insert Coin. Stallion's sister Beck managed to retain her title, even though she lost by countout. Stallions do have that winning pedigree going for them, though. Buck and Burke look to keep Canada. The winner of this match will move back into the lead. Canada 1-1 on the night to this point. I can tell you now that our finale for this tournament will be held at our next pay-per-view, World War E. We're going global. We're going to Switzerland for that. Where else to hold a tournament of that, well, the finals of a tournament of this nature, but the neutral country. Will be held in 2 weeks. We will get you the exact date, time, and exact location by next week. But that's next week. Right now, we've got the other 2 members of the Fomori. Murphy Law and the former Blitz Division champion, Dougal Devlin. Looking to move on to keep their tag team hopes alive. Hopes of their country. It was Dougal and Murphy that came to us before Insert Coin with the idea for the tournament. They claim that Ireland did have the best wrestlers in the world. The overly serious strut of Devlin. With the most dangerous leg tap outs in the game. These 2 men did it all in our sister promotion, Blarney Blitz, in Ireland. Before we got them over here on that televised deal. Would say Devlin's the tattooed one, but they're both covered. Looks like that can't quite be it. Murphy Law is a notably bigger man out of these 2. But they have one hell of a tall task ahead of them. They're the biggest combined tag team in our division. Always 600 pounds of Canadian crazy. Of course, you tell Buck he's 275, he will laugh at you. Does not wrestle like he's 275. Pretty sure 10 of it's just that goatee. Burke, rather, ever more serious. Will crack a smile now and again, though. These two men in comparable size, two Supernova Pros tag team champions right now in the Agents of Chaos. I think Sokolov's mean streak, though, outweighs both of these two. As we get ready, Dougal Devlin starting off for Team Ireland. Buck starting off for Canada. First tag team match of the night, and off we go. Locking up in the middle. Buck with a go behind and that hammer lock. Devlin transitions into that Fujiwara. Trying to take some of the strength out of Buck. Lock back upward, back to wrestling. Buck with that wrestling style takedown. Dougal floats out of it. Big rising knee out of Wild. Sends Devlin into the corner. Brings in older brother Burke. Does Devlin up, atomic drop off the ropes. Burke catches him, floats him over in that belly to back suplex. Has Devlin up. Walks him out with that sidewalk slam. Devlin gets out of the way of that shot, walks into the fireman's carry takedown. Trying to cut the ring in half. Has a hold of Devlin. Takes off some of the pressure with that overhead cross. Back body drop, runs and tags in Murphy. Does not want to be locked in there too long with these two just giant mammoths. As Murphy finds out with that overhand shot from Burke. Sends Murphy in the standing corner. Has enough for the power slam. Snaps him over with the vertical suplex combination. First cover. Murphy powers off before the ref even gets in position properly. Shot from Buck. Drops him with that neck breaker, the back of the head to the knee. Goes to shift for the vertical suplex. Murphy fights back with that knee on the crown of the head. Overhand shot, spits some of that mist into his hand. It just smears right in the face of Buck. Follows it with that STO almost. Lands Buck with a curb stomp. Seen quite a few of those tonight. Murphy brings in Devlin. As Buck hooked up and plants him with that shoulder breaker. Trying to work on the fingers now. Drops that elbow to the inside of the wrist. Trying to take out some of that strength advantage. True leg drop, brother. Buck has a Buck's legs taken down with that step over toe hold out of Devlin. Gonna work on what he does best. Stop to the inside of the knee. Buck fights back with that right hand. Hit a corkscrew tilt-a-whirl Rana out of Buck Wild on the Blitz representative. Flips over, holds on. Walks him out with that air raid siren neck breaker. Sends Devlin back into the Styling's corner. Walks in and catches that big boot. Goes back with the back elbow. Devlin stuffs the takedown with the knee to the chest. Spikes him with that jawbreaker. comes through into the fireman's carry counter of his own. Ref taken out by that giant Buck Wild. Murphy Law gets tagged, and I don't know if it's going to be legal. Murphy jumps off that rope into that stomp to the exposed knees. Murphy misses the stomp attempt, though. Buck gets the tag to his big brother Burke. Going up ahead of steam with a pair of single leg drop kicks. Military press slam out of Burke, showing that power game. Sends Murphy into that neutral corner. Runs into a big boot. Shinbreaker back suplex combination out of Law. Brings Devlin back in. Walks into a boot from Burke. Can we think powerbomb? Devlin, though, showing that agility in with sunset flip. Buck powers out at 2.5. Devlin with a snapmare takeover. Has a hold of that rake and just rakes the eyes. Looking for reverse DDT. Burke, though, counters it out with a vertical suplex of his own. Devlin smartly rolls out, catches his breath. Right back in, though. Basement drop kick to the knee. Standing switch out of Wild. Snap belly to back suplex. Plants him with that spine buster. Almost looked like it was out of a bear hug. Brings Devlin back to his feet. There's some big tandem offense. Brainbuster out of Burke. Big frog splash out of Buck. Yukon gold. Murphy to break up the ref's count before it even starts. Overhand shot from Buck. Devlin goes behind with that kick to the back of the knee. Sends Devlin back into his corner. And a big boot forearm from Devlin. Makes it a double. Ducks, we get another Pele kick on the night. So he has Buck's legs hooked up as we're halfway through this match now. Buck forced to tap out just inches from the ropes. So we see that power slam vertical suplex combination out of the Stallions early. We get one more look at that tandem offense. Stallions were in control for a good bit of this match. Right there might have been the turning point, though, for Buck's knees. We see Devlin remembering that he is a cruiserweight, showing that agility with the go behind out of the powerbomb. That bear hug spine buster out of Burke rather. For Big Harry to mix him up. The Warrior now 2-0 on the night in the tag team division, as Ireland is now the single holder of the most points to this point. Stay in our tag team division. As Teacher and Student, Bake and Merp and Mighty, our Blitz Division champion, take on Sir Acha and Jalapeno, representing the Spice Rack and Team Mexico. Spice Rack fell earlier as Valentina lost to Shannon Higgins, hoping to pick the momentum back up for their team. This Team America looks to get momentum still going on their side. They just got their first points earlier out of Paul Smackage. In a round-robin format, you do not want to fall behind early. Bake embroiled in that feud with his longtime friend Iceman in Project Mayhem. We've seen them victorious in that 2-on-3 handicap match this past week on Mayhem. Sorry, it was Throwdown. Too much usage of the word Mayhem. We get ready for our tag team co-main event of the evening. It's one of the best to ever do it in the digital triad. Held championships all over the world. Looking to add one more to that long list. The Vanilla Gorilla himself, Bake. He's had a bit of an up and down road here in Blitz. Even though he won't be the first one to admit it out loud, he is proud of what his pupil has done. We get ready for the entrance of the only champion in our tournament. Mighty Marcus enters that ring. I've just received word here that regardless of what happens throughout this tournament, Mighty will be in action at World War E. The note doesn't say much else except for just keep your ears to the ground. We will have news on that next week. These two men hoping to get on the same page. We saw last week they weren't quite fully there yet, but by the end of the match they were starting to gel a little bit better. Jalapeno makes his way to the ring. Sriracha will catch up slowly. Sriracha, catch up. So many condiment jokes. Should be writing these down. And Bake will be starting this match off with Sriracha. Opens it up with his trademark running DDT. We've seen him do that a lot in his career. Sriracha using that speed, runs through with a running DDT of his own. Locks in that jawbreaker from Bake. Goes for that overhead belly to Baker suplex. Sriracha counters with that leg trip. Looked like he was thinking Tyrion DDT. Tries to go for that vertical suplex. Bake fights back with that shot to the guts. Has Sriracha up. Drops it with that gut buster. Fat boy combo early. Out of Bake. Brings in the Bliss Division champion. Mighty with that big overhead shot. Drops him from the electric chair drop with that just roaring elbow to the back of the head. Follows up with that shot to the knee. Driving into the mat. Overhead toss out of Mighty, showing that strength. Rolls for the senton. Doesn't get any of it. Jalapeno is brought in for his first showing in the tournament. Sriracha going to work on Mighty. Does not want to leave the ring and hangs him up on the top rope for that suplex drop. Jalapeno returns the favor with that drop to the knee. Bake knocks Jalapeno off the top rope with that shot to the kidneys. Bake having words with Jalapeno. Mighty's trying to crawl back to his feet, does not want to be in that area in the ring. Mighty gets ducked. Sriracha, why do I keep saying Sriracha? Jalapeno walks him out with that neck breaker. Bake gets that tag back in. Runs with the clothesline in the back of the head of Jalapeno. Fat boy splash. Baked around all the classics tonight. Belly to Baker suplex, plants him in the center of the ring. We get another fat boy splash. Bake on his own for the time being. Mighty is down at ringside. Bake's in the Spice Rack corner, not where you want to be. Manages to fight out before in that tandem offense. Plants Jalapeno with that German. Brings back in Sriracha. Diving forearm single leg dropkick combination. That's not where you want to see one man grab another man. That was just uncalled for out of Sriracha. It's pushed back with the leg strength of Bake. Mighty finally back up on the apron. Bake wrenching away at that mask and that recliner variation. Sriracha ducks out the back with a leg trip. Bake crusher! We do not count that on the count for Steve Taylor on the night. Sriracha sent in the corner. Mighty brought back in. We're going to see some tandem offense now to Bake and Mighty. Package pile driver out of Bake. Mighty catches him on the way back out. Plants him with the brain buster. Sriracha fights back with that arm drag. Spikes Mighty with that vertical suplex. Sriracha looked like he was trying to head up to that top rope, though Bake knocked him out with that left hand. So we get Jalapeno back in the ring against Mighty. Jalapeno sent into that corner. Standing switch from Mighty. Sends him pillar to post to the Spice Rack corner. Walks into an up kick. Mighty with that full Nelson bomb. Sends Jalapeno back into his team's corner. Runs into an up kick of his own. big facebuster out of Jalapeno. Series of right hands. Mighty reverses that Irish whip. Jalapeno runs in and catches him with that face breaker to the knee. Has Mighty up. Plants him with that neck breaker to the knee. Mighty runs through with that tornado DDT. So much of his offense is derived from the man that he's bringing back into this match. Jalapeno fights from the ground with that up kick. Bake has him up. Jalapeno though floats over that reverse DDT layout style. Sends Bake into the rat corner. Series of stomps out of Jalapeno. Sriracha tagged in. So we might be getting a Chupacabra stampede. Quick tags, following up with stomps. Jalapeno sends Sriracha with that running drop kick. Both boots, sternum and face. Sriracha looks like he's thinking high risk. Calls Bake back to his feet as Jalapeno needs to get out of this ring. Dives through with that cork, with that somersault cannonball, gets all of it on Bake. Had Bake locked, was thinking Dragon Sleeper. Bake's feet though onto that bottom rope. That flipping toss, Sriracha showing some strength. Pendulum elbow. We are under halfway in this match. Sriracha thinking springboard frog splash. Bake up way too quick. So we get the Blitz Division champion brought back in. Back elbow to the side of the mask. Gutbuster out of Mighty. Makes it a double. Tosses Sriracha across the ring into that neutral corner. Spins Sriracha around. Plants with that German. We know he has one of two places to go. It looks like he's thinking for the Three Rivers. Has him hooked with that straight jacket. Holds on. Bake catches Jalapeno on the way in with that running DDT. Sriracha fights with the up knee. Wasting time taunting. Sriracha with that rolling cutter. Runs through with that short code breaker, single knee style on Mighty. Jalapeno is finally back up on the apron. Taking over to belly, Mighty fights out of it. Spins Sriracha on, has him hooked, brings him in with a blizzard of 93. Bake plants Jalapeno one more time with that running DDT, but Sriracha manages to find the strength to fight out at 2. Corkscrew crossbody out of Mighty. Running double axe handle. We are under 5 minutes left. That overhead toss from Sriracha. As Mighty Hulk flips him over with the cock choke. Not off for the cover, brings Mighty back up to his feet. Follows it up with a series of shots. I think Mighty was busted open off of that. Kick to the side of the head. Drives that knee back into the ring. Sends Sriracha into that neutral corner. Runs through with that knee. Brings him in, drops him with that short arm clothesline. Pulls him into his team's corner, brings Bake back into this match. Sriracha fights back with a hip toss. And once again, wastes time to taunt. As Bake Hook flips him over with that necklock suplex. Forearm shot, makes it a double. Runs through with that Tanahashi. Rolling cutter on Bake. Short European uppercut. Trying to go for a power slam. Bake though floats over with that reverse DDT as we are down to 3 minutes. Steel City Lariat. Bake lays Sriracha out clean. Brings Mighty back in. Plants Sriracha with that Magic Killer variation. And Bake and Mighty pick up their first win. I guess they have the guys in the back calling them high and mighty. So we see that Chupacabra Stampede, that running drop kick. So we see Mighty finish off that Three Rivers with that bridge. And that cock choke out of Sriracha almost put Mighty away, definitely busted him open. That Steel City Lariat out of Bake would ultimately herald the end for Sriracha as we see that Magic Killer. And teacher and pupil pick up their first official win as a team. Their first televised win. America moves up with 4 points now, undefeated on the night to this point. As we get ready for our main event. CC Bones, the youngest woman in our division representing Team America, takes on Kitty Barnes, who we saw debut last week in a losing effort against Valentina. We've seen Bones once or twice televised. She's worked mostly house shows. Always high energy, full of just sunshine and rainbows. Kitty Barnes looks cute. Definitely not. Definitely the clash of personalities here between these two. Barnes will be looking to use some of that strength advantage. CC will be notably faster. Trivia fact, this will be the first time women have headlined one of our televised shows. Someone jot that down. CC Bones looks to make it a clean sweep for Team America on the night. As I said, is the youngest woman in our division, just over 19. So for those keeping track at home, Eddie Van Hazard is still the youngest member of the Triad. Definitely the youngest to hold gold. A former co-holder of the Supernova Pro Tag Team Championship. Bones looks like she's ready for her first match in this tournament. Barnes representing the last member of Team Canada on the night, hoping to go 50-50. As we've seen Steve the Samurai pick up the lone win for Canada on the night to this point. We got Bones and Barnes. Main event time is a go. Lock up in the center of the ring. Barnes using the strength advantage pushes Bones back into her corner. Ref looking for a clean break. We surprisingly enough get one out of these two. Bones with an overhead hammerlock suplex. Plants Barnes with a scoop slam. Follows her with a stomp to the sternum. Barnes pops up off the ground with that Rana counter. He immediately loses the attention to taunt. And the shot to the lariats right into the corner. Barnes fights back. Sent into those ropes. Goes up over. Bones drops her down low. Sunset flip powerbomb to the outside though, out of Bones showing the mean streak. Has her hooked and tries to snap that knee out of the socket. Ref begins his 15 count. Barnes pushes Bones back with that leg strength. Pulls her up. Plants her with that lat reverse DDT. Made famous by another Canadian. Knockout knee. Kitty Barnes. Sends CC Bones into those steps. Catches her with that inverted power slam. I think Bones' knees may have bounced off that bottom step. We'll have to keep an eye on that as the match progresses. Bones fights back with this trio of elbows. Sends Barnes back in. Ref's count is broken. CC figure fours that neck, trio of elbows to the top of the head. Heads up to the second rope. Blind man's falling elbow, gets all of it. We get our first cover. Kitty Barnes fights out at one. Takes that kick to the back, just stung her and pissed her off, but runs into that spine buster from CC Bones, showing some strength. Torx on that chin lock with that headstand. As Kitty Barnes runs through, it looks like she was thinking DDT. Gets flipped over though by Bones. Has a hold of that arm. Turns it into that Regal cutter. Elbow drop from Bones. Makes it a trio. Keeps the chain going. Up to 7 elbow drops now. Spins it around. Plants her with one more. 10 count of elbow drops. Barnes fights out at 2.5. Decides 3 more elbows. Might just about do it as she throws those elbows to the shoulder blades. Heads back up to the second rope. Hits her with that blind man's elbow. I think she caught her right in the temple. Thinking scoops slam. Barnes fights back with a reverse DDT counter. Decides 14 elbows was enough. Gives a shot to the guts. Bones' lariats are over the top rope. We're heading back out to the playground. Bones that butterfly suplex onto those mats. Bones back on that cover. We are down to our first 5 minutes. We see Bones go right back to those elbows to the traps. Runs into a fireman's carry from Kitty Barnes. Brings her back up to a standing position. Snapmares CC Bones down. Applies that rear chin lock. Bones stands it up and plants her with a jawbreaker. Sends Barnes into that corner. Plants from that top rope, could be thinking high impact. Barnes fights back with that up kick. Dives off the crossbody. Has a hold of Bones. Snapmares her down into that corner. Has a hold of the eyes, rakes him back. Big shot to the back. Has Bones up. Drops her onto that knee. Throws an elbow over in. Nails Bones in the top of the head. Has her hooked. Drops her with a 9 lives cutter. Bones' foot managed to get onto that bottom rope. Fights back with an elbow. Kicks Barnes down low. Runs through with that Rana driver. Spikes her clean. Bones thinking high risk, heads up top. Cartwheel moonsault, gets all of it. Goes back up one more time. Could be thinking. See defeat. Dives through with that double slot. Gets all of it. CC Bones finishes the sweep for Team America tonight. We see the last of those 10 elbows. Before she would go on to throw about 15 more. Barnes with that brain buster, flips her down onto that knee, and then right here that 9 lives cutter tombstone. Should have been it, but I think that rookie-ish experience of Barnes is what kept her from pulling Bones away from that bottom rope. And the cartwheel moonsault would just be the first part of the end of the match. As we got that C defeat, that diving double stomp out of CC Bones. And that's going to do it for us here tonight at Storm. Stay tuned this week. We have a big super show from HCW. I forget exactly what day he's doing it, but he will be finishing this week off with their next pay-per-view, Uprising Revenge. Wednesday night, we have Supernova Pro Weekly as we see match 2 of Higgins and Savage. For all the winners and losers tonight, but mostly the winners, I have been your voice of choice, DrMarxout, signing off.